Hi, we're Game Squids. I'm going to allow my group to introduce themselves first before I introduce myself.
Hi, I'm Jaden Slack. I'm the QA tester and marketing.
I'm Elijah Hunter. I'm the concept artist and asset manager.
I'm Jonathan Ferguson, and I'm the programmer.
And I'm Francesca Comer-Nixie, the project manager. Our problem is plastic. Plastic is the most common element found in the ocean right now, and because of this, ocean wildlife is affected by this, such as their homes being destroyed and also their lives being lost. We have polluted the ocean so much with trash and garbage that we have created the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. It consists of many different types of plastic products and also different types of aluminum cans and more trash. It is twice the size of Texas, and it's also 6 times more plastic than plankton. Sooner or later, we will have more plastic in the ocean than fish in 2050. And the solution to this problem is our game, The Adventures of Narwhallington. There have been studies that have shown that games encourage creativity and problem solving. Also, some games have helped with brain development. We are creating such a game like that. We are creating a game that is based in the Arctic and northern parts of the Atlantic Ocean, and it is about the main character, Narwhallington, who goes through obstacles throughout the levels and shows you about pollution and how it affects our oceans and how we can overcome it. We're developing several levels that show a lot of polluting, trash and garbage and other types of situations. Our design concept artist will take it over.
So what we want to do with our game is create a fun way to teach kids about pollution. And we thought of what better way to do it than with a 2D side-scrolling game that's simple to maneuver and easy to use. What we decided to do is create a blue color scheme to create more depth perception to make it seem like you're actually underwater with our character Narwhallington. We also chose a cartoony style that is friendly to younger children.
We also are going to put facts at the end of each level to educate the players and having a quiz at the end of the game to the teachers so they can be graded. Our first screenshot here is the title of the game showing that how to play the credits and also the start button. Here's another screenshot of one of our levels showing that this is a fact. As soon as you go through one of the levels, it will show you a factual display about ocean pollution. Here's also one more screenshot of our level showing a lot of more pollution. It has a more dark vibe showing how we've been affecting our oceans. And this is one of the questions of the quizzes showing that throughout the game you will learn about percent of marine pollution based from land. Marketing plan. So our overall goal is to make a 2D side-scrolling game that's educational, adventurous, and entertaining to the users/players. We will be marketing this with marketing posters and banner ads, and we will be putting this up on social media websites such as Facebook and Instagram, or we're going to put them on our website or in educational or in school magazines. The pricing of the game is free to schools since we understand that schools have a very tight budget and they cannot afford to buy one of the games. So it's going to be free. The target audience is for students to learn about ocean pollution, so we will learn. And we will be making money by donations, and the more donations we keep receiving, and once we completed our game, we will be donating all the revenue that we have to charities such as the Sea Life Trust Foundation, that is also a nonprofit organization just like us. How will people get the game? Originally, we wanted to make them into plastic game cases, but it wouldn't make sense if we're producing them out with plastic cases. So we are gonna reach out to school boards and tell them about our game and allow them to put them into their curriculum. And as soon as we do that, we will give them a code so they can go onto our website and type it in and put them into the game. So they will download it since it's a lot cheaper and we will not be creating plastic cases. Project plan. Surprisingly, we have been on track for most of the time except for coding. We went a lot longer than we should have, but thankfully we've been on track for most of the time. I made this plan up so it gives me a starting date and an ending date, and I've been on track for most of the time.
This is our architecture. It's basically how it works, how the player interacts with the game, and I don't really know what else to say about it.
Thank you, Jonathan. Challenges. We have faced a lot of challenges throughout this whole competition. One of them was coding. Coding was a big challenge for us since we were using Game Maker, and Game Maker is not the most reliable source. We had a lot of bugs and crashes, but thankfully we have completed it all. Problems with music. Music has also been another challenge since we want to add a nice child-friendly music design in the background. So Eli and I both looked through online to find royalty-free music, but we didn't find anything that we liked. So Elijah's music teacher has created music for us to put into the game. Problems with documents. From the beginning, I didn't add much detail, and we changed a lot, so I had to change all of the documents, and they look a lot better than they did. Problem with time. We wanted to add a lot more ideas to this thing, like more characters, story, more levels, but sadly we only had a small amount of time to complete it. Transportation, we're thankful that you guys let us have mentors and all that stuff, but transportation was a huge thing since none of us can drive, so thankfully most of us been to all of the mentor meetings, so we got a chance to go and see them. We learned a lot of lessons such as choosing our group carefully. Don't choose your friends during the group, but we learned that together that we created a wonderful game, or had that idea. Keeping on track was one of the lessons since we wanted to go do this and that, but we had to stay on track to complete the game. Time managing, I learned how to do a lot of things in a very small amount of time that we had to complete it. Whoops. So we created a survey for people to take. We had a couple teachers take it and also kids in our class. And one of the questions were what would help absorb more information about an educational game. A couple of the questions were putting a fact at the end of the level, a question or a quiz pops up throughout it. And throughout the data that we collected, we actually input a couple of these things, such as putting a fact at the end of each level to help them absorb the information, and also displaying a fact during the level too, and putting the quiz. We also had a text box that people can write down what they would want to look at during the, what questions they had, and one of them was it's great suggestion, and they added about putting information before the game starts, so we did do that. And also one of them was talking about having a good perspective of NEC creature. It's a good game for us. And I've noticed throughout the whole, our game idea is kind of different from others, and we noticed that when you look up any educational game about the ocean, there's none out there. There's none about ocean pollution. There's no educational games for kids, and I just want to do is change our oceans for the better, because I want the future generations to look at the oceans how they once were, healthy and thriving. And if we change, this game will help us change the younger generation to teach other kids and throughout life how to stop polluting the ocean, that we don't need plastic, we don't need all this stuff, we don't have to throw it away into the ocean, to destroy wonderful reefs and ocean wildlife such as turtles and fish, and it's just horrible that we're doing this. So now that we want to change this, we want to have effective ocean, we want all this to go away and have our oceans once we're healthy and thriving. Thank you.
Now, do you have a sample of your game?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Can we just bring it up to them?
If any of you would like to play it.
Yeah.
Me. Okay.
Oh boy. I can't wait to tell mom and dad how my day went.
So the student base that you are actually targeting is elementary?
Yes,
Yes.
elementary to middle schools.
Okay.
So that was going to be one of my questions. Let me ask two more. One is, I used to live in Chicago, and now I live in Florida, so I'm a lot closer to the ocean. So I know my effect on polluting the ocean by not
Yeah.
throwing plastic directly into the ocean. But if I didn't live by the ocean, what is the number one thing I can do to keep it from being polluted?
Well, we thought about that since we really did think about this, about what you said, that oh, I live in a place that doesn't nearby the ocean. Well, this game will can you repeat your question? I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. For people that don't have a direct impact on the ocean,
Yeah.
Knowingly, I know if I throw a plastic bottle in the ocean, it's polluting the ocean. There's plastic that is in there for a long time. if I live in Nebraska and I don't go to the ocean ever, how do my actions affect the pollution in the ocean? And there's a follow-up question to that. But.
Well, throughout the game, we were showing like more facts, and we were thinking of putting actually like real life footage of like the ocean and how it does it. Because no matter what, if I right now just throw a plastic bottle, somehow birds or garbage trucks or anything, it's gonna take those plastic bottles and throw it, like take it somehow to the ocean, go down a river or into another puddle. So we were gonna implant more into that, saying like, even though I don't live by a body of water, no matter what, you are still affecting it by just not recycling or not just using plastic in general.
So that would come through in effect.
Mhm.
All right, so my connection as a third grader sitting in Nebraska playing this game is that fact would come up.
Yeah, we would talk about how like no matter where you are still affecting it by polluting with any plastic products.
You had another question?
No, that was the follow-up, is how do you convey that your actions?
It's a fun game. I just want to beat it. Yeah.
Now, have you had any of your targeted audience play with this and give you feedback?
When we had the luncheon, I don't remember her name. She was a small wee little child. We had the demo and she played it for us, and she's like, "Oh, this is really fun." She liked the whole color scheme of it and like the idea of it talking about pollution. Since did she come from Madeira? I'm not sure where she was from, but like we were kind of we were thinking of giving a demo out to Madeira Beach kids that live right on the ocean. I remember when I was at Madeira, always going on the boardwalk and seeing all these plastic bottles and trash. So yeah, we had one small little child.
There's lots of opportunity. I mean, you could really turn this into so many different avenues. Now, maybe you said it and I wasn't paying attention, but so your product roadmap as far as the focus right now is what? So your different levels and...
We were thinking of adding more levels, more facts, maybe real life footage of ocean pollution, like get it from like cameras going down with all this pollution, like stuff like that. Add more to it. Maybe more characters in it. Like if you go through this level, you can unlock a different whale that's like maybe the color pink. Something cool like that.
Did you say if you were going to build this into a mobile device and app?
No, we thought we were doing it as a computer game, since more schools have have more computers, since a lot of schools now don't allow phones to be out and they don't want the kids to be on the tablet, so we were thinking it would be easier to do it on a computer.
Is it web-based or an install?
Install.
Is there any particular body of water that you're targeting to say, or like,
Most
to
of
show
the
different oceans or anything like that?
We based it on the Atlantic and the Arctic parts of the Atlantic Ocean, yeah.
Yes.
But targeting kind of towards more Pacific too. Also more any kind of ocean body of water.
I feel like there's just Norwellington.
Well, exactly. Like
Expansion
just-
2,
Exactly.
Antarctica.
All of
Norwellington visits Antarctica.
I like that idea.
There you go.
Okay,
Very nice.
thanks guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you can